The Franks strike on, their hearts are good and stout. Pagans are slain 1,000-fold in crowds. Left of 50 are not 2,000s now. Says the Archbishop, our men are very proud. No man on earth has more nor better found. In chronicles of Franks is written down what vassalage he had, our emperor. Then through the field they go, their friends seek out, and their eyes weep with grief and pain profound for kinsmen dear, by hearty friendship bound. King Marsial and his great host draw round. King Marsial along a valley led the mighty host that he had gathered. 20 columns that king had numbered, with gleaming gold their helms were jeweled. Shone too their shields and sarks embroidered. Sounded the charge 7,000 trumpets. Great was the noise through all that country went. Then said Roland, Oliver, brother, friend, that fell in Gan, hath sworn to achieve our death. For his treason no longer is secret. Right great vengeance our emperor will get. Battle we'll have, both long and keenly set. Never has man beheld such armies met. With Durendal my sword I'll strike again, and comrade you shall strike with Haltaclear. These swords and lands so many have we held, battles with them so many brought to end. No evil song shall e'er be sung or said. When the Franks see so many there, pagans on every side covering all the land, often they call Oliver and Roland, the dozen peers, to be their safe warrant. And the Archbishop speaks to them as he can. My lords barons, go thinking nothing bad. For God I pray you fly not hence, but stand, lest evil songs of our valour men chant. Far better 'twere to perish in the van. Certain it is, our end is near at hand. Beyond this day shall no more live one man. But of one thing I give you good warrant. Blessed paradise to you now open stands. By the innocents your thrones you there shall have. Upon these words grows bold again the Franks. There is not one, but he Montjoie demands. A Saracen was there of Saragosse. Of that city one half was his by use. 'Twas Clamorins, a man was nothing proof. By Ganalan the Count an oath he took, and kissed his mouth in amity and truth, gave him his sword and his carbuncle too. Terra Major, he said, to shame he'd put, from the emperor his crown he would remove. He sate his horse, which he called Barbamouche, never so swift sparrow nor swallow flew. He spurred him well, and down the reins he threw, going to strike Angelaire of Gascogne. Nor shield nor sark him any warrant proved, the pagan spear's point did his body wound. He pinned him well, and all the steel sent through, from the hilt flung him dead beneath his foot. After he said, Good are they to confuse. Pagans, strike on, and so this press set loose. God, say the Franks, grief such a man to lose. The Count Roland called upon Oliver, Sir companion, dead now is Angelaire, than whom we no more valiant chevalier. Answered that Count, God let me him avenge. Spurs of fine gold into his horse drove then, held Haltaclear, with blood its steel was red. By virtue great to strike that pagan went, brandished his blade, the Saracen upset. The adversaries of God his soul bare thence. Next he has slain the Duke Alphion, and sliced away Scababy his head, and has unhorsed some 7 Arabs else, no good for those to go to war again. Then said Roland, my comrade shows anger, so in my sight he makes me prize him well. more dear by Charles, for such blows are we held. Aloud he's cried, strike on the chevaliers. From the other part a pagan Valdebron, warden he'd been to King Marcelon, a lord by sea of 400 dromons. No sailor was but called his name upon. Jerusalem he'd taken by treason, violated the temple of Solomon. The patriarch had slain before the fonts. He'd pledged his oath by County Ganalan, gave him his sword, 1,000 coins thereon. He sat his horse, which he called Gramamond. Never so swift flew in the air falcon. He's pricked him well, with sharp spurs he had on, going to strike e'en that rich Duke Sanson. His shield is split, his hauberk has undone, the ensign's folds have through his body gone. Dead from the hilt, out of his seat he's dropped. Pagans, strike on, for well we'll overcome. God, say the Franks, grief for a brave baron.